Although I shouldn't probably tell you that. I was watching some video training the other day by one of my mentors, and he said, when you do videos, don't introduce yourself at the beginning. Nobody cares who you are. They want you to get to the crux of it. So I kind of guess I'm probably doing that not the right way. Let me check my mic is working. If you're watching me live, hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay, please. And let me just check everything. The joys of going live. It's a little bit unprofessional at the beginning. Sorry about that. Okay, all right. So today I want to talk to you about getting really good referrals and getting testimonials. Now, there's some problems that I see accounting firm owners have, and this is actually getting case studies and testimonials from current clients. So if you're an established firm, one of the things that you do not spend enough time on is getting people to say how you have transformed their world. Okay, what you're doing is you've got your head down in the weeds, or you're struggling to find talent, or you're struggling to get good clients, and you're forgetting to create marketing assets for your firm that will enable you to get better clients. Now, the best way to get and keep a new customer is to show that new customer or that potential new customer what your current customer's results were. Now, one of the things that's quite icky is asking for a referral or asking for a testimonial, because as human beings, we're really good at saying I can help you, but we're really good at asking for help, and that's ingrained in us. So what we want to do is put together a process, and I'm going to share that with you today, is put together a process that takes people from working with you in your firm all the way through to you getting a referral and a testimonial really smoothly in a very elegant way that positions you actually as an accounting firm that absolutely knows what it's doing and is able to take their clients on a journey that is enjoyable and rewarding. Now, what this also does, this process that is elegant and smooth, it will also highlight if you're not doing a good job. All right, this only works if you are a vital accounting firm. It doesn't work if you are transactional, if you're not looking after your clients properly. All right, let me just share with you a little bit about how this process works, okay? Let's have a look and say a few shout outs as well. So Kevin, how you doing? Johnny, how you doing? Okay. Love my backdrop and lighting, says Kevin. Thank you very much. It's still not perfect. We've moved house and we need to put my momentum sign up. Hopefully the husband will do that this afternoon. Yeah, I do love it. I do love it. And if you look back, Kevin, at my YouTube and look at all of my older videos, you'll see this is how it was, and I do absolutely love it. So thank you very much. All right. So you might have heard of the NPS survey. You don't have to do an NPS survey. If we could get rid of the NPS, you could just have survey, but we're looking at survey, referrals and testimonials, and let me show you the process, okay? So the first thing that we have to do is understand what an NPS is. If you're not going to do NPS, which you don't have to do, by the way, you can just do a survey, but if you're not going to do NPS, you need to work out how happy your clients are. So you need to have a question or a couple of questions to work out how happy are your clients with working with you, because there's no point in sending out emails or speaking to your clients and asking them for testimonials and referrals if they're not happy. So an NPS, a net promoter score, is either knowing that they're detractors, they're not going to promote you. So these are people that answer one question, and that one question I'll give you in a moment, but that one question is they are not happy with the work that they've done. These people, if they're not happy, if they answer 0 to 0 to the question I'm going to give you in a moment, then you need to reach out and look after your brand because it's damaged, okay? And if you find that your net promoter score is 0 to 6 across the board, then you really have a problem, and you shouldn't really be focusing on getting referrals and testimonials. You need to be looking at your offer and how you're servicing your current clients, okay? So these people, if they answer a question and rate it 0 to 6, they're not particularly satisfied by your product or service. Then we have the passive people, and these people are pretty, they're not good, they're not bad. They rate you between 7 and 8 out of 10. They're susceptible to competitive offerings. So if someone comes along and says, hey, I've got this shiny new thing, or I I am cheaper, what happens is you are going to lose them, or you're possibly going to lose them. And what we really need to focus on is how do we get these passives into what we call promoters. So what do you need to do in-house? They're going to rate you 9 or 10 out of 10. They're loyal and they're likely to repurchase from you, and they fuel viral growth and word of mouth, okay? So your net promoter score is worked out by answering one question, and it's this question. On the scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to refer, and then insert business name, okay? So on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to refer Oomph.Global? And you send out this question to your current clients. And this works really, really well when they come back as 9 and 10s. It's a little bit disappointing if they come back as 0 to 6. But remember, through anything that is bad and negative to do with your business, it's a lesson. So how can you, if you do get back a negative net promoter score, one where they're not happy with you, they're 0 to 6 out of 10, what is it that you need to do? That lesson could save your practice. It's better to know than not know. And you might even suspect that you do not necessarily service your clients in the way that you want to, okay? So the question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to refer? Now, here's the magic, right? You have got the opportunity to use the MPS process to get great referrals, okay? This is what we do. If you do not have a high NPS, then you've got to focus on improving your service and offer to raise it. Don't say, oh, it's a 0 to 6, please give me a referral, because you don't want that. And it's highly worthwhile allocation of your time to get the lay of the land. So don't skip this if you currently have clients. So this is the way it works. You have an A-grade client. Okay, you want to start with your A-grade clients because these are the people that you want referrals from. You don't want referrals from your vampire clients. And you will have heard me speak about vampire clients before. They're the ones that suck the life out of you. You know, you get an email from them and you're like, oh my God, what are they going to ask me now? Or they send you a message at 7 o'clock on a Friday night asking for something. And you're like, that is not a good client. I don't want to, I don't want more of those. Okay, so let me go back. You get an A-grade client, and what you do is you send them the survey with that one question. How likely are you to refer us? 0 to 10, okay? You get the response and they come back as a promoter. If they don't come back as a promoter, you need to sort out the inside and the workings of your accounting firm. All right, so they come back as a promoter. This is where the magic happens. Then what you do is you ask for a testimonial. So they come back and they say, I'm likely to refer you 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. Now, here's the thing, right? Many of you would go, well, why aren't you asking for a referral then if they're going to refer you 9 or 10 out of 10? But asking someone for a referral can be a big ask, and some people don't know anyone that they can refer. So what you do is you get them to come back as a promoter, and you then say to them, hey, can I have a referral? And they say, oh, I don't have anyone. So whilst it's lovely that they have said, you're amazing, you're still left with nothing. You're not left with any assets. You're not left with a new client, okay? So we do something before we ask for that referral. And what that is that we ask for a testimonial, okay? So we ask for a testimonial because it's a smaller ask. We have to remember, despite the fact that they think you're amazing and they are going to refer you, you ask for a testimonial. And in that testimonial, you ask them, what was life like before they joined you? What did they learn since they've been with you? What's life like now that they are part of your world and you're working with them? You get that testimonial, okay? And that testimonial then comes through to you and you have an asset. So you've sent out this survey, they've come back and said you're great. You now have an asset. And we're like, woohoo, that's amazing. We've got this great asset. Now, the great thing about this is when you send it back, when you send back an email or you pick up the phone and go, wow, that testimonial is amazing. Thank you so much. This is where you can say, because of your testimonial, I really was wondering, is there anybody that you could refer to us? Can you think of 1 or 3 people just like you that are looking for the results that you have told me that you have got? Okay, so remember, you won't understand the results they've got just from them answering that one question, that NPS survey question. You won't have got the amazingness of what you do. They've just said 9 or 10 out of 10. You would have got the amazingness from the testimonial. That's a very professional word, amazingness. But you would have found out how great you are from their testimonial. So that's when you ask for a referral. Okay, you get the referral, which is amazing, and you send through a thank you note or a gift. Once you do that, they are super happy. Now, if you ask for a testimonial and they don't give you a testimonial, even though they've given you a 9 or a 10 out of 10, that's when you pick up the phone and you have a conversation with them. Okay, and then hopefully you'll get a testimonial and you might even get a referral at the same time. So let me know in the chat box, what do you think of this process? Is it something, Kevin says, probably the best live stream home setup I've seen. Most people are terrible. Yes, they are terrible. It's very true. Hopefully the sound is good as well. I've got a good speaker as well. Let me know what's a takeaway from this process that I've gone through. Kevin says, for that testimonial, one trick we've used is to do it via Zoom video call that you record. You interview them, then you have a video asset that you can lead them a bit to the kind of response you want. Yeah, 100%. And that great video asset can then be transcribed and you have a written testimonial at the same time. So Kevin, you're 100% right with that. Video is always the thing to start with. And what we do is I go live. The reason that I go live and the reason you're watching me today, folks, in this way rather than pre-recorded is because it takes less effort. If I pre-recorded this video, I would 100% have to make sure that there were no mistakes. We'd cut out the ums and the ahs, and it would be a real professional job. Whereas when I go live, you get to see my personality, you get to see the mistakes I make, I get to have a conversation with you and build a relationship. Which is great because, like, Kevin, it's super. Now I'm going to go to your LinkedIn, which is really interesting. I'm going to go to your LinkedIn. I'm going to send you a message. I'm going to say thank you for commenting on my video, and that starts a relationship. So going live is really good because you can't overthink it. You can make loads of mistakes, and you can take the live video and transcribe it, or you can take the live video, give it to one of your team, and they can turn it into a blog. All right, but that's not what we're talking about today. It's a whole nother video. But yeah, let me know. What's your takeaway from the survey and referral and testimonial process? Let me just share it with you one more time so you can see it. Okay, so you get an A-grade client, you send the survey, they come back as a promoter. I hope if they don't come back as a promoter, what will happen is you have to look at the inside of your business. And if you make that better, then you are going to get better clients, but you can't make people give you referrals or get testimonials if you're not serving them well. So you need to find out how well you're serving your clients. You ask for the testimonial, you ask for the referral, and then you get both of those and you send a thank you note or a thank you gift. And as Kevin has said very clearly, what you can do is jump on, say, can we have a testimonial? Would it be okay if I interview you? It doesn't have to be long. When I've done it, it's been like 45 minutes when I've done these video testimonials. Whereas if they're doing it themselves, you can give them 3 questions and then they can answer those 3 questions, and it's about a 2-minute video. Okay. So Kevin says it's a good process. I like the idea of going for a testimonial first rather than going for the jugular. Absolutely. It's kind of the compound effect kicks in when they're like, hey, I think you're great. Here's a testimonial. And yeah, I can think of someone that I can refer. That's really good as well. So Kevin says if you do the video, it's quite a natural ask at the end of the interview if there are 2 or 3 people you could refer us to at the end, and then you edit that bit out before you promote it. Yeah. And here's another tip about asking for referrals. You will say to someone, hey, can you think of anyone that might be interested in XYZ, or anyone who might want the kind of results that you want? And they might go immediately, no, I can't think of anyone. And that's because automatically we shut down and we say, oh, I'm really sorry, no, I can't. And we don't do that because we're trying to be mean. We do that because our brain doesn't think. And I was watching a Bob Proctor video yesterday, and he said less than 3%, let me just turn this off, right? Less than 3% of people in the world actually think. All right, let me just repeat that. Less than 3% of the people in the world actually think. So everything that you're doing day in, day out is unconscious actions. You're not thinking about it. So when you ask someone, can you give me a referral? They don't know how to think. They're not thinkers. 3% of the world are thinkers. So they're going to go, not really at the moment. Or they'll go like this, but they don't know how to think of someone. Okay. So what you do is when they say, no, I can't think of someone, you say back to them, but if you could, who would it be? And then they'll have another go at thinking and they'll go, well, actually, and they'll go, oh, this bloke at BNI, or there's this lady that I met for networking, or, oh, the bloke down the golf club might be right. That's a very, very traditional way of thinking about it. So if you say, can you think of someone? They'll say no, because like 3% of the world actually are thinkers. And then you say, but if you can think of someone, who would it be? And it makes them go back and actually engage their thinking brain. Because as people, we don't think. Only 3% of us do, which is completely mad. Hope that's useful. We've shared quite a few things in today's video. Kevin, really appreciate you commenting and getting involved. It makes it so much easier for me. I love talking to people and with people, not to people actually, not at people, but with people. That's great. Those of you who are watching the replay, #replay. If you're watching live, #live. And if you are serious, and I mean if you are serious, if you're serious about positioning yourself as a vital accounting firm, making sure that you're serving your clients well, attracting top tier talent and getting those premium clients, then there is a video I'd love to invite you to watch. The link for it is below this video. It's 28 minutes. It's called De-commoditize and how to position yourself in the marketplace so you stand out, so you're not competing on price. Okay. I'll catch up with you all soon. All right. And Kevin, appreciate you, darling. Speak to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.